and all my dear friends. I, Sana Wankhede, welcome you to today's grand jewel, National Youth Parliament 2022-23. Topic for the debate is self-reliance and sustainable development. Dear all, before we start with our today's event, let me give a brief introduction of Youth Parliament. The lawmaking bodies are required to discuss various local, national and international issues and then make suitable laws on them. It is a platform where youngsters are given a setup wherein they showcase the various aspects of Parliament. I am glad to announce that we are conducting the event on the Constitution Day of India, that is 26th November. Now, I request our respected Principal Sir, Mr. S.N. Sahu, Vice Principal Ma'am, EPGA members to come forward for the lamp lighting and worship ceremony.
या कुन्देन्दु तुषारहार धवला या शुभ्र वस्त्रावृता या वीणावरदण्डमण्डितकरा या श्वेतपद्मासना या ब्रह्माच्युतशङ्कर प्रभृतिभिर्देवैः सदा वन्दिता सा सरस्वती भगवती निशेष जाड्यापहा निशेष जाड्यापहा निशेष जाड्यापहा.
Destroys darkness. In the same way, knowledge destroys ignorance. We all bow to Ma Saraswati. May she have her blessing upon us. I request to all the dignitaries to please adorn the chair. Thank you all. Where students of Poda International School, Besa are going to showcase their talent before us. So let us begin.
Honorable members and honorable speaker,
I welcome you all for the first Youth Parliament session 2022. We will begin today's session with oath or affirmation of newly elected members. Secretary General, please.
Shri Pratap Chandra Sharangi, who stands elected from the Balasur constituency of Odisha, will now take the oath or affirmation. Call out Pratap Chandra Sharangi, please. So, do you want to take oath or affirmation?
Oath, please.
In which language would you like to take the oath?
In Sanskrit. अहम प्रताप चंद्र षडंगी लोकसभायाः सदस्यत्वेन निर्वाचितः निश्चयेन परमेश्वरस्य नाम्ना शपे यदहं विधिना स्थापितं भारतस्य संविधानं प्रति सत्यां श्रद्धां निष्ठां च धारयिष्ये यद अहं भारतस्य संपूर्ण प्रभुत्वं संपन्नताम् अखंडतां च रक्षिष्यामि तथा यद पदं गृहीतुम् अहम् उद्युतोऽस्मि तस्य कर्तव्यानि श्रद्धापूर्वकं निर्वक्ष्यामि.
Honorable members, as we meet today after 1 month, it is my sad duty to inform the House of our demise of our former colleague, C. Janga Reddy, who was a senior politician, former MP of BJP, who passed away at the age of 87 on 5th February 2022.
Speaker Sir, I rise to pay my tribute to C. Janga Reddy. He was with us for the every day. He was well and happy, and therefore the shock of his passing away was all the greater. I would like to extend my deep condolences to his family.
So, I associate myself by the tribute paid by you and the leader of the house. I had privilege to work with C. Janga Reddy as a colleague. He was a person recognized for his lovable nature. He had always a smile on his face. I would like to associate me and my party in sending our condolence to the Pereira family.
The House may stand in silence for a while to express our deep sorrow. Secretary General may convey the message of condolences to the bereaved family.
Yes, sir.
Prime Minister to introduce the new ministers.
Speaker, I have pleasure in introducing you to the House, my colleagues, the new ministers. First, Mr. Nitish Kumar, Chief Minister of Bihar.
Now the question hour begins. Question number 101, please.
Thank you, Chair. I would like to ask the Education Minister what the government is doing in order to maintain and to make students self-reliant after completing their education. If so, the details thereof indicating the action plan drawn to make skill development compulsory throughout the country.
Honorable Minister of Education, please.
Thank you, sir. Honorable members, I would like to state that it is an endeavor of the government to make the students self-reliant after completing their education in accordance with the National Education Policy. In order to integrate skill development with the general education as recommended in the NEP 2020, the National Council of Educational Research and Training, NCRT, is developing the National Curriculum Framework, NCF, in consultation with the states and the union territories. Thank you, sir.
Members to ask supplementary questions, please.
Thank you, Sir Speaker. Will the Minister of Education be pleased to state
the details of main areas among skill development which have been identified for being introduced at the initial stage. Whether the students who have opted for a branch of skill development would be recognized as technically qualified if pursue the same as a career in future, and if so, what is your government doing for it?
Minister of Education, please.
Thank you, Sir Speaker. I would like to explain that generic skills, including basic fundamental skills, skills related to the people world and community services and business worlds, are occupying their seats in occupations or jobs and would be introduced in the initial stages of education. Technical or functional skills specific related to the knowledge of software, machineries and processes, etc. are following this rule. In the upcoming years of vocational education, students completing their vocational education have the right to choose vocational courses in polytechnics, ITIs, BVOC courses and many more. And aspiration techniques and needs are also given to the students. The existing system of Samagraha had provided the integral education and natural choices to all the students under their circumstances and need. और आप बोल रहे हैं कि सरकार शिक्षा विभाग में क्या कर रही है?
Members to maintain the decorum. Question number 102, please.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, Speaker. Will the Minister of Agriculture be pleased to state?
Thank you, Sir Speaker. Will the Minister of Agriculture be pleased to state whether the government has noticed that the agriculture products produced through hereditary farming are sustainable comparing to the existing type of farming? If so, the details thereof.
Minister of Agriculture, please.
Thank you, Speaker, sir. I would like to answer this question asked by our fellow minister. The traditional hereditary farming system is sustainable in terms of resource utilization, productivity and ecosystem index, such as soil health and fertility, non-contaminating and environment friendly. Ministers, please do not be so blind to not see the government's policies.
Members to maintain the decorum. Supplementary questions, please.
Thank you, Speaker, sir. I would like to ask the steps taken to promote organic farming in the country. Also, I want to know that whether the government has introduced organic farming zones in the country. If so, please provide the details given thereof.
Honorable Minister of Agriculture, please.
Thank you, Speaker, sir. I would like to answer my fellow minister. Government have promoted many schemes like Paramparagat Krishi Vikas Yojana and Mission Organic Value Chain Development in Northeast region. Under the policy of Paramparagat Krishi Vikas Yojana, the government gives the financial assistance of Rs 31,000 per hectare per 3 years to the farmer. And under the policy of Mission Organic Value Chain Development in Northeast regions, the government gives 32,500 rupees per hectare per 3 years to the farmer. Support is also given to farmer producer organization, their formation, their value addition, their marketing of organic produce. Government have also promoted organic production on the either sides of river Ganga. The government also supports organic production without any segregations. The government have brought under 59.12 lakh hectare areas for organic production, which is certified by National Program of Organic Production and the Participatory Guarantee System. मैं कुछ शब्द कहना चाहता हूँ अपने किसान भाइयों के लिए। भगवान का सौदा करता है, इंसान की कीमत क्या जाने। भगवान का सौदा करता है, इंसान की कीमत क्या जाने। जो धान की कीमत दे ना सका, वो जान की कीमत क्या जाने, वो जान की कीमत क्या जाने।
Members to maintain the decorum. Question number 103, please.
Thank you, Sir Speaker. May the Minister of Human Rights and Social Welfare be pleased to state, how has India built Atmanirbhar Bharat by overcoming COVID-19?
Honorable Minister of Human Rights and Social Welfare, please.
Thank you, Sir Speaker, Honorable Minister. I find your question very significant, and I would like to say that India has faced the COVID-19 situation with fortitude and self-reliance. It is very well evident in the fact that zero production has led to the upliftment. The rapid spread of COVID-19 has caused a severe disorder in our global economy. Well, need not worry. To overcome these serious issues, the Honorable Prime Minister of India has called for in his address to this attention for Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan. It can help in making pragmatic developments to our economy and also help solve and overcome various global challenges. Might I need to add that this Abhiyan is an absolute golden opportunity to turn our dreams into reality. Well, दोस्तों, अगर आत्मनिर्भरता की बात हो ही रही है, तो मेरा मन 2 लाइन कहे बिना मान नहीं रहा है। आत्मनिर्भर भारत को बनाकर दिखाना है, आत्मनिर्भर भारत को बनाकर दिखाना है, दुश्मनों को भी तरक्की का हुनर सिखाना है। बहुत सारी समस्याओं का हल है, आत्मनिर्भर भारत ही युवाओं का कल है। हर भारतवासी का टाइम आएगा जब भारत को आत्मनिर्भर बनाएगा। धन्यवाद।
No more supplementary questions. Question number 104, please.
Thank you, Sir Speaker. May the Health Minister be pleased to state what are the different possibilities which will secure India to become self-reliant and the various prospects of self-reliance of India in the post-COVID-19 scenario. I hope my question was very clear to the Health Minister.
Honorable Minister of Health, please.
Thank you,
Maintain the
sir.
decorum.
It has to be kept in mind that COVID-19 may not be the last virus that the world might see. Therefore, novel COVID-19 sets a distinctive change for India and other countries alike to utilize the available resources strategically and transform it to dreams of local India to global India for a better and brighter future of our people. The pandemic has created a huge impact on globalization. Hence, the present challenging time, self-reliance is the key factor that will help the economy drive towards substances. It has been observed that rural India is more self-sufficient than urban India. When India has been handling the crisis period with great efficiency. That is the reason why Prime Minister called for people of cities, for villages, to learn to be self-sufficient and never depend upon anyone for anything we need in our daily lives. There is the availability of complement human resources in India and technology plays a unique role in it. And achieving an improvement of quality of economy. It has a chance for India manufacturers to produce their domestic and hence keep the flag of manufacturing alive. I hope my answer was very clear.
No more supplementary questions. Question number 105, please.
Thank you, Speaker, sir. पीने और खेती के लिए उपयोग किए जा रहे संदूषित पानी के कारण उत्पन्न होने वाले संभावित स्वास्थ्य खतरे से निपटने के लिए सरकार द्वारा क्या कदम उठाए जा रहे हैं?
Honorable Minister of Water Power Resources, please.
Thank you, Sir Speaker. मैं अपने साथी को बताना चाहूँगी कि जल है तो कल है, जल है तो जीवन है। यही अपनी ताकत है, इसी से ही जीवन सफल है। ओडिशा राज्य प्रदूषण नियंत्रण बोर्ड ने सूचित किया है कि यह 41 केंद्रों पर राज्य के खनन और औद्योगिक क्षेत्रों में बह रही प्रमुख नदियों की गुणवत्ता को मासिक आधार पर नियमित रूप से मॉनिटर करता है। यह बोर्ड छमाही आधार मानसून पूर्व अप्रैल मई और मानसून के बाद अक्टूबर पर 32 केंद्रों पे खनन तथा औद्योगिक क्षेत्रों में भूजल गुणवत्ता को मॉनिटर करता है। भूजल गुणवत्ता का IS 10500 2012 के अनुसार पेयजल विनिर्देश के संबंध में आकलन किया जा रहा है। सतही और भूजल के संदूषण को रोकने के लिए पर्याप्त जल प्रदूषण नियंत्रण उपाय करने हेतु सभी उद्योगों तथा खदानों को उनके सहमति आदेश में शर्तें निर्धारित की गई है। मैं अपने साथी को यह भी बताना चाहूँगी कि जल एक राज्य विषय होने के कारण जल संसाधनों का संवर्धन, संरक्षण और कुशल प्रबंधन के लिए उपाय मूल रूप से संबंधित राज्य सरकारों द्वारा किए जाते हैं। राज्य सरकारों के प्रयासों की सहायता करने के लिए केंद्र सरकार विभिन्न स्कीमों तथा कार्यक्रमों के माध्यम से उन्हें तकनीकी तथा वित्तीय सहायता देती है। धन्यवाद।
Supplementary questions, please.
क्या ऐसे कोई विधान मौजूद है जो उद्योगों को नदी जैसे खुले स्रोतों से पानी लेने के संबंध में विनियमित करता है, और यदि हाँ तो तत्संबंधी ब्यौरा क्या है?
माननीय साथी, मैं आपको यह भी बताना चाहूंगी कि जल जीवन मिशन के अंतर्गत मौजूदा दिशा निर्देशों के अनुसार सुरक्षित पेयजल आपूर्ति सुनिश्चित करने के लिए IS 10500 अपनाया जाता है और राज्यों या राज्य संघों के क्षेत्रों में रासायनिक तथा भौतिक पैरामीटरों के लिए वर्ष में एक बार और जीवाणु तत्व संबंधी पैरामीटरों के लिए वर्ष में 2 बार आकलन किया जा रहा है। जल गुणवत्ता के लिए नमूनों का परीक्षण और पेयजल स्रोतों के लिए सैंपल कलेक्शन, रिपोर्टिंग, मॉनिटरिंग और निगरानी के लिए एक ऑनलाइन JJM जल गुणवत्ता प्रबंधन सूचना प्रणाली WQMIS पोर्टल विकसित किया गया है जो पब्लिक डोमेन में उपलब्ध है। मेरे प्यारे मित्रों, यूं ही नहीं कहा है, जल है तो धन्यवाद।
No more supplementary questions. Maintain the decorum. Question number 106, please.
Thank you, Sir Speaker. Will the Minister of Affairs be pleased to state that a large number of complaints have been received by the Education Department regarding upgradation in the education system after the pandemic. So what steps government propose to take this in regard?
Minister of Finance, please.
थैंक यू स्पीकर। सरकार क्या कर रही है ये पूछना था आपको बहुत आसान लगता है। मैं कुछ पंक्तियां पेश करना चाहूँगा। अभी तो मंजिल बाकी है, इरादों का इम्तिहान बाकी है। अभी तो मंजिल बाकी है, इरादों का इम्तिहान बाकी है। तो नहीं है, अभी तो सिर्फ मुट्ठी भर सी जमीन, अभी तो आसमान तोलना बाकी है।
Maintain the decorum.
यहाँ हम आसमान तोलने की बात कर रहे हैं और आप कह रहे हो कि सरकार क्या कर रही है? Government has launched PM E-Vidya, a multi-mode access to online education. Other initiatives to be launched, including Manodarpan, new national curriculum and pedagogical framework, national foundational literacy and numeracy mission as per PM E-Vidya, Diksha for school education in states and union territories, e-content and QR coded energized textbooks for each grade, one earmarked channel for each grade from 1 to 12. Extensive use of radio, community radio and podcast. Special e-content for visually and hearing impaired people.
Question number 107, please.
Thank you, Sir Speaker. Will the Minister of Water Resources, River Development and Ganga Rejuvenation be pleased to state what are the reasons for river delay in declaration of Pranita Chawela as a national project?
Minister of Water Resources, River Development and Ganga Rejuvenation, please.
Thank you, sir. I wanted to share my plans, but before that, let me share my thoughts for water. हर दुख के बाद सुख, हर गम के बाद खुशी, उसी तरह हर अंधेरे के बाद रोशन उजाला होता है। वो उजाला आप जरूर महसूस करेंगे। Madam, how could you say that there are no schemes related to that? Do you even know that there are already 4 schemes established with this regard? Inchampalli Dam, Godavari Lift Irrigation Scheme Alliance, Kandampalli Alliance and Rajiv Sagar Alliance planned in between Pranita Chawela Barrage and Dumugudam Anicut. The planned storage in Inchampalli Dam is 151.35 TMC, which holds the power of about 975 megawatts. The planned diversion is available in Godavari Alliance is 38.16 TMC and Rajiv Sagar Alliance is 16.5 TMC. The project proposal for Kandampalli Alliance has not been received in CWC. The proposal for the above projects will be considered only once they are cleared from interstate angles, techno-economic viability is established and all the statutory clearances are obtained. Thank you, sir.
Question number 108.
Thank you, Sir Speaker. Will the Minister of Finance be pleased to state? I would like to draw kind attention of our Finance Minister towards the decline of Indian currency in the international market. My argument is that inflation is high and the government is sitting on its hands. पूछ रही है दुखी जनता, आज क्यों इतनी महंगाई है? अच्छे दिन का झूठा वादा करके क्यों चुप बैठा हाल चाहिए?
Members to maintain the decorum. Minister of Finance, please.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. No doubt, the falling rupee is a real concern for our economy and the government is taking appropriate actions. The measures announced by the Reserve Bank of India in consultation with the government are the RBI has reduced interest rates, citing inflationary pressures. Companies in the manufacturing and infrastructure sectors with the foreign exchange earnings can now borrow in dollars to cover rupee loans. The government has relaxed the portfolio investment norms to attract foreign investment into India. The leader of the opposition is himself an economist. He must understand that the current crisis is due to global recession. मैं कुछ कहना चाहूँगा, जब विपक्ष में होते हैं तब महंगाई पर बड़ा सवाल उठाते हैं, पर जब सत्ता में आते हैं तो विपक्ष को ही उसका जिम्मेदार बताते हैं। ऐसे कैसे होगा?
Members to maintain the decorum. Question number 109.
Thank you, Sir Speaker. Will the Minister of Energy be pleased to state the estimated cost of power generation from tidal waves vis-a-vis the conventional methods of thermal and hydroelectric power generation?
Minister of Energy, please.
Thank you, Sir Speaker. I would like to answer the question. My dear fellow Minister, the estimated cost of tidal power production in the proposed project in the Gulf of Kutch will be about 85 paisa per unit. And from hydro, it will be about 35 to 60 paisa per unit. And from thermal, it is 50 to 85 paisa per unit. पैसे के बल पर ऊर्जा खपत करने का ना करो दम, पैसे के बल पर ऊर्जा खपत करने का ना करो दम, इसकी रक्षा करके करो नवयुग का आरंभ। Thank you.
Members to maintain the decorum. Question number 110, please.
Thank you, Sir Speaker. Will the Minister of Sports please to the state देश में भारतीय खेल प्राधिकरण SAI की कार्यरत केंद्रों की कुल संख्या और इनमें प्रशिक्षित किए जा रहे खिलाड़ियों की कुल संख्या का ब्यौरा क्या है?
Minister of Sports, please. Members to maintain the decorum.
मैं अपने माननीय मंत्री को बताना चाहती हूँ कि राष्ट्रीय केंद्र NCI, साई प्रशिक्षण केंद्र STC और उनके विस्तार केंद्र सहित कुल 189 केंद्र साई की खेल संवर्धन स्कीमों के कार्यान्वयन के लिए कार्यशील है और बताना चाहती हूँ कि वर्तमान में इन केंद्रों में आवासीय और गैर आवासीय आधार पर 28 खेल विधाओं में कुल 8,119 प्रतिभावान खिलाड़ी, 4,973 लड़के और 3,146 लड़कियों को प्रशिक्षित किया जा रहा है। धन्यवाद स्पीकर महोदय।
Members to maintain the decorum as honorable members leave the house to withdraw his resolution. Do the members of parliament agree? The resolution by the leave of the house is withdrawn. Now the house is adjourned to meet again tomorrow at 11 a.m.
To give a huge round of applause to all the participants for their wonderful performance. Really, my dear friends, the confidence level which you have presented today was speechless. Once again, congratulations to the entire team. You all have made us proud. Moving to the next, I request our EPTA member, Mr. Nilesh Ladnar, to please come on the stage and address the gathering.